Getting down to the start, racing. Out in a very even lineup here. The slow one to go was Socket to him. Now working its way to the front of the outside. Chop Shop from on the inside. Chop Shop goes wide. Mr. Prey took it out. So bursting to the front is Polly Phoenix on the bend. Just in behind those then is Homebush Demi. Homebush Shay to the outside of those, and a bit further back behind them is Bubbling Max. In front is Polly Phoenix. Polly Phoenix is going to score over Homebush Demi. Rocketing late was Mr. Prey to be in a photo. With Homebush Shay on the inside. Back behind those then came Bubbling Max. Homebush Austin never in the race. And the last two win were Socket Term and Chop Shop. PK Shout. Inside alley. Set, racing. Getting out very well was Dream K on the outside as gapped them early. Coming after it is Victoria Vickers, then came into Oblivion. PK Shout next, fired up Jasper getting around that, then came Koputai. Back behind those then is Pat Alley and Sacred Opera. On the swing, Dream K's the one to catch, has got a couple on them here. Heading the chase after it is Victoria Vickers and Into Oblivion. Still holding his Dream K towards the line. Dream K is going to beat Into Oblivion, who closed late. The inside of those then was Victoria Vickers. A bit of a breakaway behind those to PK Shout. Beside that was fired up Jasper. Then came Sacred Opera, Pat Alley and Koputai. Ready? Racing. Rib Curler came out okay. Flat Pack missed it a mile, and getting out well was Stormy Sunday on the inside. Sergio Star round the outside. Joey Baxter hits the front. Coming after that then is Theseus. Back in behind those then Freckle Flyers got back along the fence. No hope, and back with it is Subterfuge. Joey Baxter has the lead. After it, Stormy Sunday. Joey Baxter holding. Joey Baxter, Stormy Sunday, Sergio Star. Then Rib Curler next on the inside. It's being followed home by Freckle Flyer, Theseus the outside. Back behind those to Subterfuge and Flat Pack, a mile last after badly missing the start, and didn't pull up all that smoothly either. Dash Homebush Julep. We're ready. We're running. Idle Leave on the inside. Set, racing. Idle Leave came out okay, and up to join it and go past it is Nipper, a spot on the outside. A little wider out then. Superbad is stomping into this, and so too as Detective Dash gets to third place. Next is Homebush Julep. Idle Leave is back behind those. Well back behind those then is Idle Star. Up they come. Superbad's the one here. Superbad beats Nipper, a spot. There's a raffle for third. Detective Dash was there. Poking up on the inside was Odin Slayer, and Homebush Riley wasn't far away. Back behind those then to Homebush Julep, and I think Idle Leave has come home at the back of the field. Ice Princess won at the 390. Lucky is rumbling. Racing. Ice Princess away okay. Getting out very well was Obeyance and Homebush Kelso, the two leaders. Narrowly though, closing on those as Princely Golden, a roughly run affair, went back. In behind those, poking up on the inside is Magic Mike. And with those then is Homebush Kelso, but Obeyance is off and gone. After it late, Magic Mike. Obeyance is going to beat Magic Mike. Third's a photo here. Randy Fields. Dave's Dot, and in between those to Homebush Kelso. Back behind those then Ice Princess, the next to go by. In behind that to Princely Gold, and Opawa Binge was the last in. He's nearly there. Racing. Missed it a bit, did Hilton Open. Best out as Southern Affair heads for the top here. Right in behind it along the fence, then Homebush Flower. There's a fall there out when Seeking Baxter. That disorganised the field. Running third is Hilton Open, trying to make ground. Back behind those then is Definer and Botaniel, and that's the race. Up they come, Homebush Flame, Southern Affair. Homebush Flame, too good. Homebush Flame. Photos, Southern Affair, Hilton Open, Scorching Late. Definers behind those. Over the outside to Botany Ellen. Well back behind those to Epic Fantasy and Seeking Baxter. It took a nasty tumble. Is going to finish the race off, albeit a long last. There, racing out well. Charlie has the lead early, pulls out about a length on Zipping Piper. Running up on the outside, Trevor Gibbs, Leo's Son 3 wide. 2 lengths back behind those to Quader Bale and Rheingold on the outside. He's off and gone as Charlie. He's gapped them by about 6 on the bend. Hitting the chase after it, Zipping Piper. Trevor Gibbs on the outside of those, and Quader Bale makes some ground, but he is home, James. Charlie Runkle wins it by about 10. Quader Bale, I think, over Zipping Piper. Back behind those to Trevor Gibbs, Rheingold, and the last one to arrive is Leo's Son. Butters, Greyburn from 1. Set, racing. A little bit slow to go were Crotty, and also Homebush Clint was slow out. Bursting to the leaders, fired up Jed, gaps them by 5. Heading the chase after it, Greyburn and Epic Boom, and getting around the outside of those to Crotty. A bit of a break back behind those to Deborah Bay. Homebush Foodies at the back of the field. It is fired up Jed, right on the outside. Greyburn is scorching home. Fired up Jed. The inside Homebush Clint out wide was Greyburn, and just behind those to Crotty. It's going to be followed in by Homebush Flutie, and the last 2 to arrive, Deborah Bay and Epic Boom. Nearly there. Racing. Oh, Birdie T missed it. Flying out, So Sins Noir has the leader. Now coming after that to Birdie T on the inside. Running up with those then is Express Gun. Cactus Jack on the outside. Amino Trouble is back behind those. Opawa Wahima, Homebush Feud. And Sopawaga's out the back door. Getting to the front here is Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack's going to score, and score nicely. Photos. So Sins Noir the inside, Amino Trouble and Birdie T were coming at it late. Behind those two, Opawa Wahimo. Express Gun was the next to go by, and back behind that then to Homebush Feud, and Sopawaga is the last one to go by. Harry Bale on the outside. We're ready. Nearly there. Racing. Feel the weight and even break out to Sea Fever, Quistis Bale, the 2 leaders. They're in front by about a length and a half on Zipping Clyde. Next on the outside of those then is Opawa Kevin, favourite back second last here, Southern Lights. Just ahead of it, Dinah Boomer and Howie Bale's behind it. Homeward bound here. Quistis Bale has the lead narrowly. Sea Fever on the inside, Zipping Clyde. Sea Fever and Zipping Clyde. Sea Fever, I think, just in front of Zipping Clyde and Quistis Bale. At them late, Dynaboom on the inside. Southern Lights doing good work at the outside. Opawa Kevin back behind those. And Howie Bale is one of the last to go by. Nearly there. Racing. They're out pretty much in an even lineup here. Storm Mac makes the lead early. Driving underneath it, Rover Bale. Behind those came Harry Fields on the outside. Then Spring Sam on the inside is Southern Honey. Back behind those to Lucia Star, Avalanche City, and well back at the end is Opawa Richie, homeward bound. It is Rover Bale from Harry Fields. Rover Bale down the line will beat Harry Fields. Storm Max third, and into fourth place goes Lucia Star. The next to arrive is on the inside Avalanche City, Southern Honey the outside of those. Back behind those then is Spring Sam, and Opawa Richie was last throughout. Asserting Power one, racing, missed it, Asserting Power. Getting out well with Soson's Blue, has the lead early. After it comes Opawa Sheldon, Puma Pants on the outside of those. A bit of a skirmish here, leaving Soson's Blue nicely clear. Back in behind those then to Cosmic Odet's got no show. Well back is Oxford Red. Up they come, Soson's Blue. After it, Opawa Sheldon closing, don't know. Soson's Blue, Opawa Sheldon. Behind those, Asserting Power might be third. From on the inside, Cosmic Odette. Out wide was Corborn Britty. Back behind those then to Homebush Bank, Puma Pants. And who was at the back? I think Oxford Red might have been at the back of the field. Nearly there, racing. Light Thor's out best. Slow to jump out here with Caitlin Blue Blood and Zug Wang. Working to the front here is Ginger Rules. Running up on the outside of it towards Savannah. Homebush Miles not in this. It's well back. Round the turn for home, and Ginger Rules turns first. Out and after it comes Brad Baxter. A little wider out there is Orsamani. They're the ones. Ginger Rules out wide. Orsamani. Brad Baxter, Zugwang next to go by Caitlin Blue Blood. Then came Light Thor. Homebush Miles was never in the hunt. And Eskimo Chiller's the last one to go by in the last.